Hello and a very warm welcome to the beautiful city of Basel, located where the Swiss, French and German borders meet in northwest Switzerland. It's this country's third largest city and is the birthplace of the great tennis player Roger Federer. But for the 25th consecutive year, Basel has played host to the best badminton players in the world, all of whom have been doing battle for the right to contest the finals here today and lift the trophies at the 25th edition of the Swiss Open, the fourth event on the 13-tournament BWF Grand Prix Gold Series. There, the full list of all 13 tournaments, and as you can see, it spans 4 continents. A very warm welcome to New Zealand, who's joined the Grand Prix Gold Series this year. And of course, we have an event in New York as well, so it really is a global sport. And of course, the Grand Prix Gold is a tier just below the Super Series, and in fact, such is the status of the Swiss Open. It was part of the Super Series for 4 years, between 2007 and 2010. Well, here we are in St. Jakobshalle, and of course it is finals day today, and we're starting with an all-Chinese affair, the mixed doubles. The bronze medalists from last year's World Championships, Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin, up against Lu Kai and Wang Yaxiong. Then men's singles, and the only final featuring the number 1 and 2 seeds. Shrikant Kidambi of India is up against the defending champion Victor Axelsen, who's trying to become the first player to defend the men's singles title here at the Swiss Open. Then we've got women's singles, and the 18-year-old Busanan Ongbangorangpan of Thailand. She's up against last year's beaten finalist Sun Yu of China, who's obviously trying to do one better than a year ago. Then women's doubles, and Kurihara and Shinoya, the unseeded Japanese pair, up against the Chinese combination Bao Yixin and Tang Yuanting, who won the All-England title last week. Then men's doubles, and Kai Yun, who won this Swiss Open title 11 years ago, playing with Fu Haifeng. Today he's playing with Lu Kai. They're up against this exciting Malaysian pair of Goh Wei Shem and Tan Wee Keong. So we're just about ready for the first of our finals, and it's the mixed doubles, the all-Chinese affair. Lu Cheng and Bao Yixin. They're in the blue kits, leading out the two pairs against the number 5 seeds, Lu Kai and Wang Yaxiong. So the mixed doubles, well, China obviously guaranteed the title here at the Swiss Open. 2 Chinese pairs contesting the final. But there were 5 different nations involved at quarter-final stage and 4 seeds in the semi-final. But of course, the defending champions and number 2 seeds, the married couple of Chris and Gabby Adcock, they lost in the quarter-final stage. So there, a quick glimpse of our umpire, Jitodro Tanu Karapat of Thailand. So the players change ends before they begin the warm-up for this final. There is Bao Yixin, the 22-year-old from Yiyang in Hunan province in southern China. She's going to be contesting the women's doubles final later on, so a busy day for her. Of course, she is the defending champion in the women's doubles, but with a different partner. So her partner, Liu Cheng, 23 years of age, and of course they won the bronze medal at last year's World Championships, having been World Junior Champions in Guadalajara, Mexico in 2010. What a sensational win they had yesterday against the number 1 seeds and 2012 winners, Tontowi Ahmad and Liliana Nasir, winning in 2 straight games, 21-19, 21-19. In fact, Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin have had Indonesian opposition for the last 3 rounds. Well, there is Wang Yaxiong, turned 21 15 days ago, and her partner, Lu Kai, like Bao Yixin, will be playing 2 finals this afternoon because he's in the men's doubles as well. There he is, the 22-year-old from Nanning. And they are ranked number 8 in the world ranking at the moment, but they have been as high as 5. Now, we have an interesting scenario here because Lu Kai and Wang Yaxiong have been in 3 finals previous to this, and they've won all 3 finals they've contested. Their opponents have been in 2 previous finals and have never won a final, so I wonder if the dynamics of that will affect today's final. Well, this is the 3rd meeting between the 2 pairs, and honours are shared, 1 win apiece. The last time they met was last week in the All England, and it was won by Lu Kai and Wang Yaxiong a week ago in Birmingham. 3 games it was, 21-19, an hour and 1 minute. So there is our umpire, Tanu Karapat from Thailand, and Michaela Benkova of the Czech Republic is our service judge. Well, I'm Jill Clark. I'm delighted to say that sitting along beside me is a former winner of the Swiss Open. In fact, a 5-time winner and the only person in history to win 3 different disciplines: men's singles, men's doubles, in fact 3 men's doubles titles, and mixed doubles as well. Park Johnson, PG Johnson, as you were known on the circuit, and of course as a former winner of the mixed doubles title here, I'm sure you're looking forward to this match.
Yeah, I am definitely. It's going to be interesting to see how they have developed now in the last after I saw them in the World Championships the last time.
Yeah.
Live.
Well, it's always nervous times just before the first final gets underway. So the number 3 seeds, Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin, getting this mixed doubles final underway. And of course, PG, this is a match where both pairs will know each other extremely well because they train against each other the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But nevertheless, it's a final, and other things comes into play.
Yes, like the fact that the higher seeded pair and the bronze medalists from last year's World Championships have never won a final. But when you consider the finals they've been in, both Super Series events, the 2013 Hong Kong Super Series, and of course, at the end of last year, the final of the Super Series finals. So tough events to try and win.
Yeah, absolutely. Good.
Yeah, he's a strong lad, isn't he?
Yeah.
Liu Cheng.
Also holding it a little bit before he hits it. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that creates the deception. Yeah, well, he's none too happy with that. That's understandable. Well, certainly when we were playing PG, and we did actually play a couple of tournaments together, didn't we? I think our big moment was semi-final of the Malaysian Open in 1990.
Yeah.
But since our day, the mixed doubles game has developed, I think, probably more than any of the other disciplines.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that the ladies are covering a lot more of the court nowadays than they did in that when we were playing, especially when you and I started to play on the league or on the circuit. It was definitely that the weaker in defense were the ladies, and they didn't cover the much of the court as they do today. Nowadays, they are as strong as the men in the defense.
Yeah. And I suppose we ought to also talk about the fact we've got two Chinese pairs in the mixed doubles final here. When badminton first went into the Olympic Games, there was no mixed doubles. And then when it became an Olympic discipline, I think all nations started taking this discipline a lot more seriously.
Yeah.
And that brought up the overall level as well. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a nice shot. Good use of the mid-court area.
That's good reading. Yeah.
Yeah, I think personally that Bao Yi-Sin is one of the best readers of the game at the front of the court. You see it in her women's doubles as well. And, you know, I wonder in fact, I was talking to a colleague of mine perhaps a couple of years ago and wondering whether she was going to become one of the all-time greats as doubles and mixed doubles players, like Zhao Yunlei, double Olympic champion, of course, in London 2012, Gao Ling, Gefei.
Yeah.
Do you think she's got that sort of potential?
I think so. Of course, she's not there yet, but
No.
but definitely she's really. You can see when she hits, and she's always thinking about where to put it, and she's also fast as the other Asian. So if you have both those skills, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, well, Lu Kai there really trying to encroach forward to cover the mid-court shots, and in doing so, really leaving himself vulnerable at the back of the court. Oh, yes. Well taken by Wang Yaxiong.
Putting her under too much pressure.
Now, I know you've just been explaining how mixed doubles has progressed and how the women are so much stronger in defence now, but do you think that it's still important that with a mixed doubles combination that you utilise the strengths of both players? And obviously men are physically stronger than the women, so you really want them doing that, which is thumping from the back of the court and getting the woman, who tends to be more agile and flexible than men, to do all the quick turning at the net. That's still got to be the most...
Yeah, it is, yeah, definitely. But still, it's not a big problem, as it maybe was a long time ago anyway, to have the ladies in the back. It's not a problem. And the men are coming forward more than they used to. But obviously the best position is to have the men in the back.
Yeah.
Because of the physical differences, of course.
Now this is a good comeback.
Also good with good variation in the with smash and drop shots, and makes it a lot tougher to defend.
Oh, that's well taken. Clever.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And that, I mentioned it a couple of rallies ago, Lu Kai is so determined to close down that mid-court area. He does leave himself vulnerable to those fast pushes deep into the back corners.
And also same thing again on his backhand side. He's holding it a little bit, watching the opponent coming forward, and then seeing what he's doing and lifting it over. Perfect.
Back level, 8-all. There, the little hand signal, letting her partner know where she's going to serve to. And that's something else that's developed since our day, these little hand signals, and I'm not sure myself whether I'm really sort of buying into that, because we always used to have a discussion with your mixed doubles partner. What do you think? Shall I flick this one, or shall I serve out wide? Or, you know, whereas at the moment you're just, with the Chinese players and the way the game's developed, you're just telling your partner what you're going to do rather than it being a joint decision.
Yeah. No, I'm not quite sure if I think the best way is to have a discussion. Sometimes you don't have the time to do it all the times, and depending on where your opponent stands and all that. But
yeah.
But for sure, I think so.
So, having been behind 4-8, and their number 3 seeds, Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin, have the advantage at the mid-game interval. 7 of the last 8 points won by this pair. And of course, with 2 Chinese pairs playing against each other, players left to their own devices, no coaching staff involved, and that's only right and proper. That's a throwback to our day, PG, when we didn't have coaches allowed courtside. Had to get on with it ourselves. Tough in our days. So 11-9. That's nice.
Good. Nice. Finding exactly the right spot to put it.
That's a good return of serve. He's a tall man, is Liu Kai. 191, that's just over 6'3". He must be very daunting to serve to, that long reach of his. Oh, good work. Well, already I'm seeing signs that, you know, for all the quality of both the men on court, and there's no questioning, they're both very, very good players, I sense that in a way this is going to come down to a battle of the 2 women who can dominate that front court area.
Mm. Yeah, I certainly agree with you.
Good rally. Yeah. Well, there was a wonderful demonstration of the points you were making, PG, earlier on, because when Bao Yixin and Liu Cheng were attacking, they were aiming their smashes at Liu Kai rather than Wang Yaoxiong. And the end of the rally, it was Wang Yaoxiong who was playing from the back of the court. So that rotational play, very evident.
And that happens a lot more nowadays.
Oh, now perhaps I missed something there. Did he break the strings of his racket?
I didn't see the...
No. He's certainly taken a new racket now, Liu Kai. So 12 all. Oh my goodness, she missed it.
Too easy mistake.
Yes, wasn't really under that much pressure, was he?
No, not at all. think we're in an important stage of the first set now. No room for making easy mistakes.
Good serve, good return too.
Yeah, he was a bit lucky. Good receiving as well, putting it on her back.
Yeah, we always talk about the importance of serve, return, and the third shot. It's critical in doubles. Oh, that's found the back line. What a good return.
Oh. 17-14 now, yeah. It's quite important for them they need this point, otherwise it's going to be real tough to get back.
Yeah, well, that's interesting dynamics as well, because Lu Kai and Wang Yaxiong wanted to change the shuttle and the opponent said no. Yes, it's a crucial serve.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good return. Yeah. Finding that mid-court area, just putting enough pace on it to make it so awkward for the front court player. Oh, yeah, indecision at the back of the court from Wang Yaxiong, costing her dear. Yep, she looks down towards the line. By the time she's decided to play it, it really is too late. That's going wide.
Oh. Service over 16-19.
Well, she may have made the error, but after your comment, I think it was on the first or second rally about the backhand of Liu Cheng, I've been watching ever since, and that was another terrific backhand. Virtually no backswing of the racket, and yet generates the pace, keeping it flat over the net.
The only thing was that Liu was reading it this time.
Yeah. So with that good interception at the net from Bao Yixin, she and her partner have 3 game point opportunities.
Oh,
Yeah, first time of asking And the number 3 seeds, Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin.
They're very determined moving forward and wanting to kill it. It's really
Yeah, it's good play,
moves.
isn't it?
Yeah, good play.
Yeah. 21-17, the opening game in 19 minutes of play. And of course, they will be extremely happy. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? It's Bao Yixin that seems to be taking the commander's role. Same there. See, us ladies, what happened with you and me? Who took the commanding roles? Did you tell me what to do, or did I tell you what to do?
Probably you.
That'd be a shock, wouldn't it? Yeah, all
definitely.
instructions.
Yeah.
No, she is an All England champion now. Of course, that sensational win last week with Tang Yuanting. So the players return for the start of the second game. Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin having taken the first, 21-17 in 19 minutes. That was a good opening game. No, slight delay. Our umpire just getting the automated system up and running. There she is.
Good smash.
Yeah. It's not only power, but good placement too.
Yeah, when she's on her way back and putting it on the right side.
Yeah, aiming towards the right hip. Yeah. It's almost, it seems perhaps as if it's a nothing shot. You know, it's not a net shot and it's not a kill, but it's so effective in mixed doubles, isn't it? That little push.
Yeah.
Interesting dynamics here as well. Not only the fact that one pair have won all 3 finals that they've played and the other pair have never won a title despite being in 2 finals, because of course Lu Kai actually used to play mixed doubles with Bao Yixin. So opposite sides of the net now, but they were the 2009 gold medalists at the Asia Junior Championships and bronze medalists at the World Junior Championships that same year.
Oh, beautiful.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
How does that affect things? You know, the fact you're playing against a former partner, would that have made you even more fired up to sort of, I'll show you, and, you know? Yeah,
especially right after the breakup, I think that definitely. But after a while, you don't think too much. But still, if you play your national, if you play your opponent from the same country, of course it's a little bit of extra tension, I would say.
Yeah. Missed it.
Maybe a few mistakes now, Liu.
Yeah, and look at Bao Yixin's reaction after the rally. Don't know if we'll see it. Yep, we do. Look at that. Come on, partner.
It was the same when you and I was playing.
I can't believe that for a minute. Oh, look at that. Now that's good. That I like. That's good character. After the last rally, his partner didn't make eye contact, and yet he still had the courage. The next rally comes out and plays brilliantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know we've been watching over the last few days, and I'm convinced that there's a bit of a drift and the shuttle flying a little bit quicker going towards that far end of the court. Oh, yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Again. Really, really hard to see that he's putting it there as well.
Yes, again, there didn't seem to be any backswing of the racket, really. And I suppose that's something since our day that technology has helped with a lot, because we had heavier rackets. We're not old enough to have played with wooden rackets, but our rackets were heavier than they are now. And therefore, you know, you had to take a bigger swing to generate the pace of the racket head. So that's why the defensive play, I guess, has improved so much. Technology has been a big part of it.
Yeah. And I think also that, of course, with that, the technique has changed. So you lose a grip and all that, and comes into it as well. So.
Yeah, it's clever. Just turning the racket head at the last moment to keep it straighter. Although the whole arm movement looked as if he was going to play across court.
And he has been playing quite a few shots now cross court, so I think that the anticipation from Lou was that he was going to come cross court again.
No, helped by the net cord, Bao Yi-sin. Yeah, difficult to readjust when the shuttle changes direction after that net cord. Yeah. Well, it was the decisive move forward from Bao Yi-sin at the right moment that really changed the rally. This one.
Exactly
That's
the
it.
right moment,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, it's strange though, PG, because I think I said earlier that I thought it was going to become a battle between the two women who could dominate the front of the court. And until that decisive move from Bao Yi-sin, in all honesty, I think the men have proved me wrong. I think it's whichever of the two men have been dominant in the mid-court area that's actually made the big difference.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, that's a good smash. And look at the reaction. He's pleased with that.
9-6.
4 straight points. Look at that elevation. Both pairs, and especially both men, are very, very good at these fast, flat exchanges. But I just wonder whether you feel that at times they should mix up the pace a little bit more.
Yeah, I think so, definitely. They're so strong, so they use it. But if they hit it all the times hard, it's too easy to anticipate what's going to happen. So sometimes soft, sometimes, as I always thought, is the best way to play.
Yeah.
And I think Bao Yi-sin is doing just that. She's playing hard, and then soft.
Yeah. look at that. Yeah, aiming towards the right hip once again, and once again getting his reward. Yeah, she's waited, committed to that backhand defence. Can't readjust, and it means that the number 3 seeds have a 4-point advantage here in the second game. Well, it's interesting to me that 2 of the players on court, this lady, Wang Yaxiong, and Liu Cheng, the man just about to serve, appear to be concentrating on one discipline. Nowadays, both the mixed doubles. Oh, no. Did they think that touched the opponent, or did they question the line call? Or
I think they were questioning the line call.
okay. Oh, she doesn't miss many of those. Oh, yes. But, PG, just going back on that point, you know, here we are, 2 players on court, opposing sides of the net that are just focusing really on the mixed doubles nowadays. And I think back to you won the first ever Swiss Open. In 1991, you won the men's singles. And I believe that year you won the men's doubles as well. And then 2 years later, you won the men's doubles and the mixed doubles, which was the year I won the women's doubles, 1993. There you go. But the serious point is that nowadays, nobody can play singles and doubles. Everybody seems to be specialising. Yes, some players will specialise in doubles and mixed doubles, but nobody plays at the very elite level, singles and doubles.
No, that's true. But I think in the end of the 80s and the beginning of the 90s, where everybody was specializing, so it's been like that for 20, 25 years almost.
Yeah. So
but it's too tough. It's two different games.
Oh, good. Ooh. Oh, they seem surprised by that. Different games. Just expand that for me. Different shots, different movements.
Yeah, everything. Different training, different physical training. More into weight training, maybe for doubles. More into stamina when it comes to singles, and so a lot of different things.
Yeah, and that's difficult to explain probably to people that don't understand our sport of badminton and the intricacies of it. I mean, tennis players. You know, I suppose it's going back the same 20 years when you think of John McEnroe, who played singles and doubles, winning Wimbledon in both disciplines. But in Beijing Olympics, Roger Federer, who of course was the world #1 at the time, won the gold medal in the men's doubles, playing with Stan Wawrinka. And you know, they basically are 2 singles players. You couldn't get that in badminton, 2 singles players teaming up and winning major events in doubles.
No, it wouldn't happen. No. It's impossible.
Yeah.
And that is because of the different training and different strokes and everything, and so much more anticipation and cooperation in mixed doubles and doubles nowadays.
Yeah.
So even though you know your partner and everything like that, you need to know them exactly where they're moving and where they're hitting.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Oh, my goodness, is she all right?
Showing some gymnastics.
Yeah, no, just knocked off balance. No long-term damage, thank goodness.
It's a little bit lack of confidence now
from Lu Kai and Wang Yaqiong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well played from the back of the court. It's interesting you saying that because, of course, when these two pairs met each other last week in the All England Championships in the round of last 16, it was Lu Kai and Wang Yaqiong that won. So surely they should have come into this match brimming with confidence. And even after losing the first game, they should have the belief that they can still win this. But they've just lost a bit of sparkle at the moment. Yeah, there's the change of pace that I was looking for earlier. It's going wide. Yeah, this is a good comeback. Just 1 point in it now. Run of 4 straight points.
Good smash. Placing it just between them. Placing it just between them.
But oh my goodness. Oh, getting in each other's way. Yeah, both went for the same one there. Well, is it going to be deja vu, the same as last week? Just looking at the scores from their last 16 match. Opening game, won by Liu Cheng Yi Sin, 21. Liu Cheng and Bao Yi Sin, 21-17.
Good receiving.
Yeah. Oh, that's good judgment. That's wide by Whisker. Good return. That took courage. Yeah. Besides which, Bao Yi Sin's title together. Oh, as well. Oh, it's interesting how many times a winner returning deep match point opportunities. It's gone wide. Yeah, well, I can tell you, the number 3 seeds deep in discussion, trying to settle each other's nerves. Good serve. Oh, would you believe it? 20 all. Yeah. Well, first of all, Liu Cheng, there he was, way out of position at the back of the court, managed to get the shuttle over the head of Lu Kai, and I thought that was the advantage, but not to be, hence the frustration from Liu Cheng. So 2 match points have come and gone, 20 all, and we will require extra points until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Well, would you believe it? Having survived 2 match points, now an opportunity for Lu Kai and Wang Yaxiong to send this to a third and deciding game. Well taken.
Yeah.
That
Good move.
is a wonderful move from Wang Yaxiong, coming forward at the right moment. And they've come back from the precipice, staring defeat in the face, but came back, survived those 2 match point opportunities to steal the second game 22-20 and force a third and deciding game. 44 minutes into the match, and we will be treated to a decider.
I think you can definitely see that she has the qualities, Bao Yixin, to become a really legend player, I would say. In the end, she started to make a few mistakes, but not as much as Liu Cheng, because I think he was forcing his hits to come, and too many easy mistakes from his side to create that little bit unbalance. If they kept going more when they were in the lead, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. And once again, I'm fascinated.
Let them in again. And,
yeah. Fascinated with the animation in the way that Bao Yixin is talking to her partner. Well, what a good final this is turning out to be. Oh, it's just long. What a good opening rally to this third game. And PG, I have to ask you about, you know, when a pair hasn't won a title before, they're on the verge of victory. And, I mean, obviously we can't guess what was going through their minds, but, you know, do you sort of feel that there's more pressure because, of course, the expectations are there. You desperately want to get that first trophy, that you put self-imposed pressure on yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I think that can be the problem in the second set now for them. And it becomes more of a problem, of course, the more finals it gets before you get your win.
Well, how many finals in snooker was... oh, now I can't think of his name. Jimmy White.
Yeah.
Jimmy White. 6 finals, wasn't he was in? And never won. Got more and more difficult. But what do you have to say to yourself as a player, and all your vast experience across all 3 disciplines? You know, you've had match point opportunities, you haven't converted, you then have to start from scratch again. Can you, of course everybody will say, put that second game out of your mind. But is it that simple? Can you do that?
No, it's not that simple. But just focus on what you want to do, what you want to achieve, and not thinking about the past. I mean, if you just try to get it out of your mind, then you're a loser, I think. But if you try to focus on really, well, this is what I want, let's go now. It's not thinking back, but if you start just trying to get it out, no, it won't work.
Yeah. goodness, that athletic jump.
We've seen quite a few of those quite easy mistakes on his backhand defense.
Look at that.
Strong, so strong.
Yeah.
Look at those legs.
Yeah. Yeah, good return. Yeah, he could have played it, chose to leave it, thought it was going to go long. Oh, that got deflected by hitting the top of the tape. And it was still only just short. Yeah. Made the difference, though. No, I like that. I like the variation on serve. Serving out wide, there's been an awful lot of serves to the tee. Well, that's where
a good one, yeah.
He was making errors, but that, as you say, was a good one.
Yeah.
First straight, then the cross court.
Yeah, good move. I
Yeah.
think both Lo Kai and Wang Yashing has been playing more consistent now. Been moving, she's been moving better, he's playing more consistent, and so interesting to see how this goes.
Well, Wang Yaxiong saying, but it touched her. If it didn't, it was mighty close. That's good. Plays this with the round the head action. Nice idea, but it was an ambitious shot to try. Yeah, she was covering it though, wasn't she, Wang Yaxiong? Not the best of serves. Oh, but that's landed in, and that was a mishit.
Seeing Liu Sheng's eyes, it starts to look a bit worried.
Good rally. Brilliant rally. And in all honesty, ever since you said that Wang Yaxiong had picked up her game and was moving better, I've been keeping a close eye on it. And you're absolutely right. I think I've been guilty of focusing so much on watching Bao Yixin and the way that she tends to anticipate shots that I haven't really noticed. It's almost as if she's gone unnoticed, but when you focus on it, you're right. She's playing very well.
She's the one dominating of the girls now at this moment.
Oh, the run comes to an end, but those 4 straight points were very important. Yeah, he really does struggle more, Liu Cheng, when he's got to impart pace himself. When there's a softer shot coming to him and he's got to generate his own pace, he's not... Oh, goodness me, that was a thunderous smash. Look at that. Seem to have hang time, like the basketball players.
Yeah. And hitting it really hard as well.
Yeah, well taken. And it is Liu Kai and Wang Yaxiong who have the advantage, a 3-point advantage, as the players change ends in this deciding game.
And Lewis made quite a few points from his round ahead as well. So I think he's anticipating that the cross shot from Liu Cheng.
Now, the ice cream seller was here when we were playing.
Yeah,
you remember him?
Yeah.
It's interesting you say that, though, PG, because right at the end of the second game, to get to match point opportunities, I said, how many times have Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin played that return of serve deep into the forehand corner of Liu Kai? So they know that that's got to be a weaker area.
Yeah.
Why are they trying to play down the backhand? Good serve. Yes. Is this... Oh, yeah, deep in discussion again. Is this the moment when, as a player, and, you know, the inevitable thoughts go through your heads? Oh, if only I hadn't missed those 2 match points. Here we are.
So, yeah.
Well, you can. All sports psychologists would be tearing their hair out right now with me, sort of. But you can't help yourself sometimes think that. Eight of the last 10 points going to Liu Kai and Wang Yaxiong. And is that really the momentum shifter? Is that the decisive move?
Again.
Trying to play him deep, and he's just picking those off from around the head.
And he's such a tall guy as well. So.
Oh, it's called good. I was just about to say he's missed it. Oh no, good call, line judge. Very good call. Just long.
Service over 59.
Good thinking, but unfortunately wide. Good opportunity.
Yeah. Too big a swing of the racket. Timing has to be perfect if you're going to take a big swing. Short, sharp movement of the racket head will suffice. That was always my problem. I wanted to give it a good old wallop.
Rally.
Very good rally. Yeah. And Liu Cheng, I was going to say, is in disarray. I think that's a bit harsh of me, really, but his form is not what it was in games number 1 and 2. He's run out of ideas. He looks confused as to what he's supposed to be doing next.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. On the other hand, Liu Kai is playing a lot better now as well. More having a lot of patience, a lot of variation, and working real hard.
Oh, well, shuttle hitting the top of the tape and still going over. Now, is this last chance saloon for Liu Cheng and Bao Yi-sin. Got to get a little run of points right now if they want to win their first ever title together. Yeah. Yeah. Liu Cheng not able to involve Bao Yi-sin at the front of the court. She's really been cut out of it in that rally. It's almost as if Liu Cheng is trying to hit his way out of trouble rather than think his way out of trouble.
And as it is now, Bao Yixing is not in the game at all.
No.
Playing 90% to Liu Cheng.
Well, 3 points from the title now. Liu Kai and Wang Yaxiong against the number 3 seeds. Only 2 points needed now. And what a transformation. Back from the brink in that second game. Oh, now, that's the sort of change of pace. That's the sort of shot that you used to play so beautifully. the little blocks, the change of pace. Dear.
Service forward.
Well,
20, back court, 13.
match point opportunities. Here on the serve there. Disappointing. And first time of asking. Lu Kai and Wang Yaxiong, winners of the Swiss Grand Prix Gold. And they keep their unbeaten record in finals. A fourth title, never beaten in a final. And their opponents, well, a sad record for them because they've never won a final, despite having two opportunities, two match point opportunities in that second game. But all credit to Lu Kai and Wang Yaxiong, coming back from the brink of defeat, surviving the two match point opportunities, and there is confirmation that they win the title. 17-21, 22-20, 21-13 in an hour and 4 minutes of fascinating badminton. Well, of course, as they take leave of centre court, we will have the prize presentation coming up in just a moment. And of course, for PG Johnson, winner of 5 titles here at the Swiss Open across 3 different disciplines, I know you have to go to the VIP area because you're going to be presenting the trophies for the men's singles. It's been an absolute delight to have you sitting beside me and giving us your insight as we watch the match winning point. You'll come back and join me again at some point,
Definitely.
I hope.
Yep.
Excellent. Thanks very much for your company.
Thank you.
So the prize presentation for the mixed doubles.
Prize-giving ceremony of the mixed double. Die Siegerehrung wird durchgeführt von Prizes are given by Robert de Kock, Präsident von Swiss Badminton, President of Swiss Badminton, Christian Wackernagel, Turnierpräsident, President of the Tournament. Die Pokale wurden gestiftet von, the trophies are sponsored by Glastechnik Werner Rahm, die Taschenmesser wurde gesponsert von, the knives are sponsored by Victorinox Schweiz.
Runners-up of the mixed doubles from China, Yu Chen and Bao Yixin.
Well, how they may rue those 2 missed opportunities in the second game to lift their first ever title. But that is what sport is about. Opportunities, taken opportunities, missed opportunities. So the presentation party, Christian Marenko and Robert de Kock.
And Swiss Open doubles from China, Lu Kai and Huang Yaqiong.
Well, for the number 5 seeds, Lu Kai and Wang Yaqiong, a 4th title and a 4th title at Grand Prix Gold level. Of course, they won 2 titles last year on the Grand Prix Gold circuit, the Malaysian and the China Masters, and here their first ever title in Europe, and it's the Swiss Open. What a performance by them. Beat the defending champions in the quarter-final stage, the number 4 seeds in the semi-final and the number 3 seeds in today's final, and that makes them very worthy champions. Well, so we turn our attention to men's singles next, and it's the only discipline in today's finals where we have the number 1 and 2 seeds contesting the final. Number 1 seed, Shrikant Kidambi of India up against the defending champion, Victor Axelsen of Denmark. Well, history will be made this afternoon because if this man wins, Victor Axelsen, he will be the first player ever to retain a